Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Let's Talk. I'm your host, Zach, and I'm here with my power panel.
Ksenia Semenova.
Riley Livingston.
And I regret to inform you that Pauline Bounier has been unable to join us today. Numerous debates are ongoing regarding what schools should be teaching, anything from sex ed to cursive writing, and pretty much just anything in between. So, I ask my panel, what do you think schools should be teaching our children?
I think they need to teach more deep social studies, more about different countries, mythology, especially not just to do this in the younger grades, yes, but also, 10, 12, so
Yeah,
that
high
time,
school.
high school especially, because especially as the country is so multicultural, they need to understand where people come from and stuff like that. I think it's interesting. And of course, literature. Yeah, I think they need to also go more deep about this and more explore this.
Yeah, I agree with the literature. Like, I was homeschooled for part of my education, and we had a very literature-based curriculum. And they do teach, literature, and they do read classics and everything, especially in high school. But the Ontario curriculum has been the same for a really, really long time. And some of the books that they're reading are still books that my parents read and that their parents read. And some of them are classics and good, but some of them are not so good. And I think there's so many other authors and books out there that they should broaden it a little bit more and give more variety, right? There's so many other different things that we can be learning, especially multicultural authors from different perspectives who aren't just, white European. I agree about cursive writing, too. You had mentioned, Zach. I started learning cursive writing when I was younger in grade school, before I was homeschooled. And that was just when they were starting to phase it out. So then I continued learning it, and I can write in cursive now, but I have peers and classmates who can't write like a signature because they have no foundation in cursive. So I think cursive writing is very important.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think, going back to what you were talking about, like in the English classes, do I really need to learn about Shakespeare?
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do, of course.
But I think they do the same Shakespeare plays all the time. They do Romeo and Juliet, they do Midsummer, like A Midsummer Night's Dream, and they do Hamlet. There's so many other Shakespeare
sonnets, for
plays
example.
and sonnets, yes, that they could do.
Okay, Romeo and Juliet, let's just be honest, Taylor Swift has already covered that for me.
Yes, so that one's overdone, right? I think he has 40 plays?
I think that Shakespeare, he implemented into English language a lot of new words. That
Yes,
he was,
a lot
one
of
the
like
founders.
concepts and words were invented by Shakespeare.
Yes.
Sayings and phrases and ideas and plot points were all invented by Shakespeare.
And there are also so many Americanized writers from the beginning of the last century, even reading more Salinger, Fitzgerald, Wolfe. Oh,
Who like took inspiration from
yes, of
Shakespeare.
course.
And yes, and those
Like-
those guys too to learn from, right? So if you can not read Shakespeare if you want, but I will die on that hill about Shakespeare.
oh yes.
Clearly, so did Romeo and Juliet. Or was that Jack and Jill? Anyway, not important. Anyway, what I think really should be taught in schools is social media, right? Like the social media courses we do, like how to use it in a, like a respectable manner.
Yeah, a safe way.
In a safe manner, because, kids, they go on Instagram, and I have young nieces and nephews who are at that age, and soon to be approaching that age, and it's like, how do you, like, regulate, or, it's crazy.
And also they need to understand this measure, what you can post and don't, because especially about this bullying area, they think that that they will not be punished for posting the stuff,
Right,
and
yes.
people are really hurt, and something unfortunate situations can happen, even like suicide, right?
Yeah.
So
It
this
needs to be hammered into them a little bit more about what they post online matters and what you say to other people online matters just as much as it does in the real world.
even maybe the criminal code need to be already more expanded, especially when the
Yes.
kids are posting this kind of stuff, for them to be already understand that it's the law and stuff,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and also let's also take a look and see at, like cursive writing. At least learn to sign to know your name.
Yeah, at least know how to sign your name.
Because my nephew has already tackled that already. Like
That's
he
good.
he knows how to write his name in cursive. So that's great. Now, I wanted to hear what the public had to say, and oh boy, do we have a doozy.
I was worried about this.
So a lot of you actually ended up saying pretty much the same things. So things like culinary, creative writing, cursive writing, social media, and all of those are really great. So thank you so much for chiming in on this topic. So, also on social media, make sure, I'm not talking about the OnlyFans either. Anywho,
That's a completely different subject. We're
It
gonna
will not
pretend
be
he didn't say that.
Yeah, it will be not just let's talk without Zach.
Yeah, it wouldn't be let's talk without Zach saying something inappropriate.
Yeah.
But
Before
I
we
mean, on
did
the other side, on the other hand, feet pics pay. Anywho, that's the time we have for this discussion. If you want to chime in, please do so in the comment section below. If you want to see the full episode, you can head over to the Zach Attack Productions YouTube channel. Remember to talk to each other. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.